Hello and welcome to this video. My name is Miriam, and as you might know, in 2021 I challenged myself to read 365 books. And as the end of the year approaches quickly, I am doing a last update for the year. Will I make it? I was very confident at the beginning of December that I was going to do this and it would all be alright, and now we are on day 355. Well, actually, when you see this, it's day 356, but today, Wednesday the 22nd of December, it's day 355, and so far I've read 349 books. There are, including today, 10 days left of the year, and I still need to finish 16 books. I'm saying finish because there are actually quite a few books that I'm currently reading, and I'm like halfway through them. Well, that's actually more than one book a day, so that's more than what I signed up for when I started this challenge, because I signed up for a book a day. But somehow I managed not to finish a book every day. There is a saying in Dutch which says de laatste loodjes, or de laatste loodjes wegen het zwaarst, and de laatste loodjes wegen het zwaarst can be translated as the last mile is the longest. So it's going to be quite hard to get to my goal because I'm a tiny bit behind, and well, there are several other things I'd like to do in the last days of the year. So what am I going to do to make it, to fulfill this challenge? And it would be a shame to not reach my goal and there is only like 2 or 3 books that I still need to read. I don't want that to happen, so I've thought of 5 things I'm going to do in order to get to my goal. So if you still need to read quite a lot of books for your reading challenge, then keep on watching. Before we dive into that, I'm going to do some reflection videos next year on this challenge, what I learned from it, what I had not expected, and all that sort of things. So if you don't want to miss those videos, then subscribe to my channel. If you want more bookish content, then subscribe as well, because I will keep on making bookish videos. But well, let's dive into the 5 things I'm going to do to get to my goal. From now on, every night is going to be a reading night. And a reading night means that I will read in a book for at least an hour, but preferably 2 or 3 hours. But that sort of depends on the other things that I do that night. Like Friday, it's Christmas Eve, so I will probably do some other things as well. But we'll see about that, what happens. Christmas Eve is not a very big thing in the Netherlands, so at least 1 hour a night is completely for reading, but preferably more. I'm picking up reading in the in-between moments again. I did this quite a lot at the beginning of the year, but gradually it changed, and now I'm usually using my phone when I'm having breakfast, or if I have to wait for people or something like that. But you'd be astonished if you knew how much you can read in those tiny in-between moments. If you have to wait for someone for 10 minutes, then grab a book instead of your phone. Try to do this, and I'll try to do it as well, and I think I will get to my goal easier if I do this. Something that is probably not for everyone, but it is a thing I'm going to do. I'm quite a lucky girl. My boyfriend loves reading too, so we will probably spend quite a lot of time during Christmas reading books. And the next thing is actually a sort of mixture of the first 3, is making reading a priority again. The last couple of months I treated reading as a reward for when I did all my things on my to-do list. But I tend to make my to-do lists quite long, so usually there was not a lot of time left at the end of the day to read. But now I have to do at least 1 hour of reading every night. But I know, like on Monday evenings, I usually go for a long walk with my sister-in-law, so I won't be able to do reading before I go to bed. So instead of that, I will put an hour during the day aside to read. Next week I actually have a week off from my regular job, but I want to do quite a lot of writing and other things. But I will try to prioritize reading a bit more in order to get to my goal. The 5th way of getting to my goal is actually something I hope I do not need, but is something I will do as a last resort, and that is have a readathon. So a day completely devoted to reading. But I actually hope to get to my goal with the things that I just said, the 4 other ways to get to my goal. Hopefully that will work, but if not, then I will do a readathon next week, Wednesday. If I'm still have to read like 6 books at that time, then I will probably do a readathon. But we will see about that. Hopefully that is not necessary, even though a readathon is great fun. So if you still need to read quite a number of books and you have time for a readathon, then go ahead. But hopefully for me it's not necessary to do that. Let me know in a comment how many books do you still need to read before you get to your goal, and please leave an encouraging comment. I'm in need of them. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. I also want to wish you a very Merry Christmas and happy reading.